Bam! What's going on? Yes, yes. Now, what is happening? I'm gonna wait till I get a couple people in here, man. I wanna touch on something. I wanna touch on something. And Trucker Brown, you might not like this, nigga. Yeah, might not like it. Because I'm coming to you as a married man, okay? I'm coming to you as a soon-to-be father. I'm coming to you as a married man. I'm coming to you as a soon-to-be father, all right? So, I just got done watching your last live stream, Trucker Brown, where you was responding to a fellow YouTuber that go by Skimp D. All right? Now, before I get into this, hey, man, give me a thumbs up. This is the trucking truth. This is what I mean by giving y'all the mother trucking truth right here. Alright, Skimp D. Okay, I just watched her video. So it's the first video I don't really hear much. And be honest, frankly, it's my first time hearing about it. Okay? She put out a video where she was basically responding to a question that a man approached her and asked about how come, you know, women usually blow off men in this whole trucking game. And I guess, according to Trucker Brown, Skimp D went to Trucker Brown to get his thoughts about it. And here I am because some of the things that Trucker Brown happened to say on his live stream kind of pissed me off a little bit. So this is not going to be your regular. I'm a try to keep things funny and moving and stuff. So I want to make sure I got y'all's full attention. So if y'all in here, give me a thumbs up, all right? And then if y'all are also in here, you know, comment. Let me know if what I'm saying makes sense or not. Because again, I'm coming to you guys as a married man, and I'm also coming to you guys as a soon-to-be father. Y'all done seen it in my videos. I done got some videos where I'm talking about my wife's pregnancy. I show the ultrasound and stuff like that. So, what's up, Big Pun? What's happening? Now, Trucker Brown ain't gonna like this as much as what I think he gonna like. Now, I watched his video, but then I started getting pissed off, so I didn't really watch the whole video. Now, before I get into it, I want to say this about women. So, women in the trucking industry, women in any industry, women just walking every day, they all go through sexual harassment every day, one way or another. They go through sexual harassment, okay? And as a society, there is no place in our society here in America where any form of sexual harassment should be tolerated. Doesn't matter whether you're a truck driver. It doesn't matter whether you're working at a factory or in an office. It does not matter where you work at. Any form of sexual harassment should not be tolerated at all, okay? Now, the only person that I technically sexually harass, but it's usually in a goofy manner, and that's my wife. Okay, she said that sexually harasses me too, but we're playing around doing that, and that's my wife. Okay, now Skimp D, you are right. Trucking is a predominantly male industry. Okay, a lot of us over the road drivers, we ain't home for 3 weeks or more at a time. Okay, so yes, there's a lot of us crazy lunatics out here whose mind is everywhere else but on the job at hand. Okay, and as a guy, as a man, as a fellow YouTuber, I'm telling you, if a guy's approaching you and he's on that bullshit, trying to catcall you, trying to whistle at you, trying to talk to you about anything other than trucking, business, or, you know what I'm saying, and just coming out trying to sexually harass, you should definitely report that person, okay? They should not be tolerated in the trucking community as a whole. Okay, and if there's any man that witnesses another man sexually harassing another woman, okay, you should definitely do your part and smack that dude in the back of the head, beat his ass, and turn him into his company and get his ass fired and kicked out of trucking. That's how I feel about it. Okay, but you are right, Skimp D. Trucking is a predominantly male industry. Now, the part that I'm really going to respond on, Truckin' Brown says, oh, when you're a younger guy, or when you're a guy, period, until like you come up and get to where you gotta be scared of Pinocha. You gotta be scared of being in a relationship, because being in a relationship is gonna take getting married, it's ruin and disaster. It's just gonna do all this. Well, I'm a married man. And if that was a true kind of statement, dude, then tell me how come I'm hiring right now. You know what I'm saying? Tell me how come LaShawn Parks is partners with you and he's married and got a kid. How come SoCal is also got your back, part of the YTTA, I believe runs under his own authority, also married with a few kids. So I'm gonna sit here and say it like this: being in a relationship as a person, okay, it's not going to stop your grind, man. It's not going to stop anybody's grind. The only person in this world that's going to stop your grind is you. I don't care whether you're a man or a female. The only person your grind to stop you from getting to wherever you want to be in life is you. It's not a girlfriend, it's not a child, it's not a husband, it's not a boyfriend, it's not a child. That stuff is not going to stop your grind. It may affect it a little bit, but if you're a real hustler, if you're real ambitious, if you're really about trying to get to somewhere that you're trying to be, ain't none of that stuff going to stop you. Period. Point blank, period. Okay? So, trying to tell me by being in a relationship and having a kid that every fucking thing stops, you know, makes me want to sit here and look at you and say, Truckin' Brown, you lost your motherfucking mind. Now, Skimp D, like I said, Skimp D is right. You know, my whole slogan to A&S Freight Express is where the wife is boss. Okay, where the wife is boss. We want to try to empower women and more women to get into trucking, because we believe trucking is where it's at. Okay, and then also to the men and even to the women who's in trucking and been in a relationship and stuff, we actually know how hard it is to be able to get home in time. Like, here's one of the biggest things that I'm stressing out right now. Today, my wife just hit her 15th week mark being pregnant. Okay, so that means she's about 21 to 25 more weeks before the baby. I'm an over-the-road trucker. Not only am I an over-the-road trucker, but I'm also an owner-operator. So I play the business. You know, I got a lot of business and stuff that I got to do. So here's one of the things I'm worried about. Because of business, you know what I'm saying, I want to try to make it home to see my seed being born. And I'm going to make it home. Okay, now here's why I say it doesn't matter what's on your side or what's on your plate. Nothing is going to stop you from the come up. Okay, look at me right now. Look, this is just me talking to you right now. My name is Aaron Hamilton. Okay, on Truckin' Truth, this is where I'm at. I own two businesses. I own A&S Freight Express. That's what I'm doing right now, sitting in this thing. And I also own A&S Photography. I'm getting ready to start a third one come this summer. Okay, so 3 businesses. Where am I slowing down? I'm going to make it home to my wife and see my baby being born without having to worry about my finances, not having to worry about my bills, or worry about none of that. So if I can make these kind of power moves, being married with a father on the way. Now, mind you guys, my wife does not have a job. Okay? Let me say that again. My wife does not have a job. My wife's job is this business. This is mine and my wife's business. You understand what I'm saying? So, try to tell your viewers, try to tell your subscribers that getting married is a mistake, or marriage, it technically means it's just for your advancement in power. Well, okay, look, man, you sit here and say, look at the Middle East. Well, look at America, dude. We're not the fucking Middle East. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't give a goat away to get my wife. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't sell a whole bunch of property or land to my mother and father-in-law just so I could marry their damn daughter. You understand what I'm saying? I genuinely love my wife. Now, see, here's where it becomes different. Now, when you learn how to maneuver past the bullshit, which is what Skimp D was talking about in her video. reason why women does not want to really fuck around with men out here is because a lot of men be on some bullshit. And I believe that. Just like a lot of women be on some bullshit. But when you find that one person and you trying to get to know that one person, you can sit here and find out if that one person is worth your time or not. Just like when it comes to doing business. I don't do business with people or anybody that is not worth my time. I don't move freight that is not worth my time. When I first drove the 18-wheeler, Anthony, I'm going to answer your question real quick. Yes. Okay? Yes. When I first got into this big thing behind the steering wheel, I was nervous. But after a while, and it took like maybe a couple of months, after a while, you know, you just get used to it. Now, it's like you could do it blindfolded. I don't suggest that, but it's pretty much, it's like second nature now, if you understand what I'm saying. But back to the subject at hand, okay? If you're an adult, 18, 20, 21, 22, and you're getting into a relationship, it is your job, as it's the other person's job, to get to know each other, okay? Literally within a matter of months, y'all be able to tell if y'all are going to be compatible or not. The biggest advice that I can give anyone trying to get into a relationship is to go into the relationship knowing your worth first. Okay? If you know how much you're worth and you know how you want to be treated and you expect to treat your partner the same way, okay, then you're not going to sit here and deal with anything less than that, or it's not going to be worth your time. You understand what I'm saying? I will not move no freaking freight at all. And it depends on a bad day for anything less than $1.30 a mile. I move strictly $2 or better a mile. Don't matter whether I'm in a drop box or whatever, because I know my worth. So even in my relationship, I know my worth. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I know my worth. So truck around, I hate to say it to you, man, but you're wrong for that. To try to sit here and tell people that they should be scared of being in a relationship because it's going to knock them off their grind. Well, maybe you shouldn't speak on that for the fact you're not in a relationship, or you're scared about being in a relationship yourself, okay? Because I'm in a relationship and a happy marriage, and it hasn't knocked me off shit. And the only thing that probably being married has done for me is make my life and my business life and my finances and everything 10 times better, all because I told my wife I do. Because my wife helps me to become better. You understand what I'm saying? So to sit here and try to suggest anything otherwise, okay, just makes you look really retarded. So I'm sorry if I took that stupid video the wrong way, but I really did, because that's some bullshit. Coming out here as a married man, being away from my wife 3 to 6 weeks at a damn time, yeah, that shit was kind of, you know, it touched me a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? So it ain't like I'm trying to send a shot at you, but you might not like this, because it's just me being real. Marriages does work in trucking. Okay? Marriages does work in trucking. I'm one. There's couples who are married in trucking and are both teaming. There's couples who are married in trucking where one's got a job over here and the other one is a truck driver, or they're both truck drivers doing two different solo things. It does work, okay? But the only reason why it works is because both of the people know their worth, okay? So shout out to Skimp D. I appreciate that video that I watched of yours. Hey, like I said, you're right on point on how you broke it down. You are completely right. You understand what I'm saying? How you doing, Peaches? You're completely right on how you broke it down. Okay? Trucking is not for everybody, and it's not meant to be. And truck around, I agree with you. When we're out here, when we're working, our mind should be focused on the money or at the job at hand, trying to enhance our future. But do not sit here and try to tell your subscribers or everybody else in the world that we should be scared about being in relationships when there's people even around you that are in relationships and making this here trucking work for them. Okay, so you shouldn't speak on people who's in a relationship and telling them what they should or shouldn't do, all because you ain't man enough to sit here and do it. If you're too pussy to get married or be in a real relationship because you're too scared, you know, or that girl running out with your kids and causing you to pay child support, then you shouldn't be in a relationship anyway. You shouldn't speak on or share an opinion about the niggas who do. Because you got motherfucking LaShawn Parks who's married with children, like I said. You got a white brother who's married. I don't know if he got kids. Okay, you also got my dude he got married. I don't know if he's married, but I know he's got a girl and some kids. I'm married with a baby on the damn way. If we all can sit here and make it work, you know what I'm saying? Then that should be proof in itself. Jay Canal, married with kids, proof in itself. Okay? The little guy, what's his name? Mac. You know what I'm saying? Once again, married with kids. And he's making it work. So if we all can sit here and make it work in trucking, then why are you going to sit here and tell your subscribers and your viewers and stuff like that about to be scared about being in a relationship? Okay? Again, that shit kind of pissed me off a little bit, dude. Marriage in America is nothing like being married in a third world country. And women, let me tell y'all something about being married. And then to all my people who commenting down here like Big Pun and Peaches, hey, NATO B, let me tell you something to women. If y'all agree, definitely comment and let me know that y'all agree. Women, one of the best things that y'all could do in a relationship is to make your man work for you. If your man is not willing to work for you, then that man is wasting your motherfucking time. That's the truest shit I'm ever going to give you. Okay? Let me say that again. If that man is not willing to work for you, then that man is fucking wasting his goddamn time. So, that's the best advice I can give to a woman. If you out here, you know what I'm saying, looking for a relationship, go and get it. You know what I'm saying? And if you're going to sit here and be with a woman as a man, you need to sit here and do a lot of things for that woman. Listen to her, cry, complain, and moan and about everything. You got to be there for her, up and down. You also got to be the provider. And as a woman, you know, you're supposed to have your man's back and keep building him up while he's out here chasing to build his empire. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't come. If y'all ain't got that, it won't work out here. Trust, communication, a little bit of humor, all of that stuff is what makes us YouTube married truck drivers, whether you're a male or a female, that's what makes us work out here. Without any of those, okay, then why y'all in a relationship? So, sorry for coming at you, Trucker Brown, but that shit was some bullshit in what you said, dude. And that's how the fuck I feel. Like I said, I'm married. Been married going on 4 years, dude. 4 motherfucking years this November. And I got my baby on the way. Me and my wife, we had our ups and downs. But, man, my life would not be the same without her. Everything that I'm working toward, I would not be going after if it wasn't for her being in my life. You understand that? So, if you're scared that you're going to lose your money, then maybe you should stop fucking with them girls that you claim to be fucking with sometimes, and then maybe find somebody that's going to build you up as the man you're supposed to. Like what my wife does for me. You dig that? So, that's all I got to say. Okay? But as far as that whole sexual harassment and stuff like that, hey, ain't nobody got time for sexual harassment. Okay? I'm really against sexual harassment. And like I said, over here at A&S Freight Express, it's where the wife is boss. You understand what I'm saying? It's where the wife is boss. Because we want to empower women to come into trucking. Okay, and we know if there's more women that come into trucking, okay, it's going to be a more diverse field. So, yeah, I definitely say it. So, it is what it is. So, Trucker suck a dick. I love you too, baby. Hey, that's my wife right there. So make sure y'all go to her channel. Check her out right there. That's my wife that just commented. I love you, baby. So, and that's the truth. Okay? Don't sit here and fucking form an opinion and you ain't even in my position. Like, that's how the fuck I feel. And if you got something to say about it, say it. But yeah, usually I will not come out and do that, but I had to do it on this one, because when it comes to like relationship status and all of that, and trying to tell people that being in a relationship while in trucking and shit won't work, but then you see niggas like me and shit out here doing it, you know, the shit fucking bothers me a little bit. And if you got something to say, then let the motherfucker say it. That's all I got to say. Guilty 718 is a company driver. Last I know he just quit Melton and he went to go get his tanker endorsement. That dude's married and got kids. He's out here doing it, man. So why form an opinion when there's a lot of motherfuckers around you doing what you telling people to be afraid of? Like I said, this is the trucking truth. The mother trucking truth. I ain't gonna give you nothing less than the motherfucking truth. So, well, shout out to everybody that came to check this out. All right, push this out there. Let everybody know. You know what I'm saying? Push this out there. Let everybody know. Like, you can make it work in trucking. Okay, trucking is not supposed to be a job. It's not supposed to be a career. It's supposed to be a lifestyle. That's it. So anyone coming in the trucking, catching this video, listen to what I do. Trucking is a freaking lifestyle. And it has to be a lifestyle that you and your partner has to be willing to commit to. There's going to be sacrifices that has to be made. Okay, there's going to have to be. In trucking. Any job that you go to, that you work at, has to be sacrifices. And if you ain't willing to make them sacrifices, then don't sit here and tell other people that they should be scared, when in truth, dude, you're the pussy. Real shit. That's how I feel. And like I said, if you got something to say about it, say it. Other than that, you got my email. Other than that, I stay in the motherfucking Midwest. We can run into each other, and if you want to handle it like that, we can have you take offense to anything I'm motherfucking saying. You dig? So that's how I fucking feel about it. So on another note, sorry I haven't put out no videos last week. I actually had one done. I was supposed to do buck dancing. Show Guilty 718 how to buck dance, but it was too damn cold. So I'm actually gonna put up the video this Friday, and it's like the New Year's video, but it won't have the buck dancing in it. So next Friday, I'm gonna try to put out the one with the buck dancing in it with Uncle Roy. Other than that, in my next video that I'm gonna release on Monday is gonna be talking about the economy and how the economy affects trucking, things that you need to know. So it's trucking's little dirty secrets. So, you know, as I always say, you know, I don't care if y'all heard it over there. I don't care if y'all heard it over there. Because over here, Uncle Roy, you already know. And sick and tired of these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But over here, I'm only gonna give y'all the mother trucking truth. Nothing more, nothing less. Y'all already heard. But like I said, so I'm gonna be talking about the economy on Monday, and then on Friday, you know, y'all gonna see Uncle Roy again. But yeah, don't fucking form an opinion or try to suggest when most of the people in your motherfucking circle is in relationships and happy and in trucking and making this shit work. That makes you look like a dumbass. So I just saved you from looking like a dumbass. You welcome. Man. But other than that, how's everybody doing? We got Big Pun in the building. We got Oscar Pope in the building. We got Peaches in the building. My wife is in the building. I also got Anthony Johnson in the building. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? So, yes, what's happening? So, y'all, cold, chilling. Me and my husband just got our CDL permit. Congratulations. Wish you and your husband, definitely I wish y'all a lot of success. Remember to take your time out here, learn the tricks in the trade. Don't rush through anything. But other than that, y'all get y'all thing. So Big Pun say he cold and chilling. I cold chilling. Cold chilling. So you chilling cold. You working in the freezer, truck ain't running. So, was y'all still in school or y'all learning through like a different party at Peaches? I love vaping, but damn it, I hate when my vape leaks. So you guys still in school or you guys like what school y'all going to, I guess? Are y'all going to Swift? Don't pay attention to all the Swift jokes. I've been known to make a few of them, but from what I hear, Swift is like the biggest company. So when you got to think about it, being a mega carrier, they got a lot of, stuff. But congratulations, man. Y'all going to pull dry boxes or y'all going to go flatbed, reefer? Like, what do y'all want to do? And that's a good question. Y'all might want to ask yourselves too, because trucking has got a lot of different things between flatbed, reefer, dry box or dry van, tanker. Those are the 4 easiest ones to get into, and depending on which one you get into, it opens up the doors for a lot more later down the line, especially on the flatbed side. So if you want to get on a flatbed, which was what me and my wife did for a while, is me and my wife, we ran our flatbed together, where she'll go outside, help me secure tarp and stuff, and it opened up the doors for us to be able to, pull oversized, which make a little bit more money. So over-dimensional loads. So that's something to definitely check out. So y'all want to drive and hook. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. But just to give y'all some words of encouragement, man, or some words of advice, is always stay consistent. Doesn't matter whether y'all company driver or owner operator. And if y'all do decide to go lease, hey, let me know, and I would do everything on my side to walk y'all through it to help y'all have a successful path in this whole trucking. Okay, we got J Moss 40. I took it as if he was saying, if a guy is starting his career, stay focused on the money and not having kids, drama, etc. all over the country. Okay. Hey man, it's no piling pictures. Now here's the thing. I took that in its contents too, in some of it. Okay? In some of it. But there's people that's been married since they were 19. There's people, I actually know a couple that got married, they've known each other for 1 week and got married, and they've been married longer than us, and me and my wife. Okay? And every time I talk to him, everything is good with him. Everything was good with him. But when he starts going to break down the analogy of basically saying that y'all should be scared of getting married because we should be out here focused on money, and that getting married or getting into a relationship or getting with somebody that is potentially have kids with them could screw up their path to that success. Okay, when I'm coming at you guys as a married man, you know what I'm saying? When I'm coming at you guys as a married man, you know what I'm saying? And I'm more successful now than what I've ever been. And I've been with my wife nearly 5 years and almost married for 4. Okay, so I married my wife when I was just starting out, baby walking and trucking, and I was still focused on the money then. Okay, so and then you got people in your circle that's married and been married for years with kids. So why are you going to form an opinion when other people around you is making it successful? You dig what I'm saying? And then he wants to break down marriage and try to talk like marriage is supposed to be a form of a man to expand his power. In other words, if you lived in a Muslim country, gave you a goat, and you accept that goat, I get to marry your damn daughter, when here in America, that's not how it works. It's not how it works here in America. Okay? And the fact is, instead of giving like real advice, and here's the real advice, Okay, even if a woman is 19, a man is 19, 20, and they get into a relationship, make sure that they know who they are, make sure that they know what they're worth, and make sure that when they get together, not only are they compatible with each other, that they're bringing the best out of each other. So that way, if one or the two or both decides to start trucking or start any other career that requires sacrifice, that requires time apart, okay, that requires some sort of relationship craziness, that requires some kind of relationship strain that makes it a little bit rocky, like trucking, okay, that you know that they're going to end up afloat because they're going to make each other flourish. And like I said, as a man, it is our job, it's our duty, it's in our nature to work for our women. So and it's in a woman's nature to make a man work for them. You know what I'm saying? As they provide the reward. And I ain't talking about the reward as in the cook. I'm talking about the reward as in that. I'm talking about the reward as, baby, I appreciate you. Baby, I love you. Baby, come here and give me a hug. You know what I'm saying? To make the house feel like a home. It's our job to work for them. And it's their job to make us do that. Because we're supposed to be the providers. So, yeah, you can be 19, 20, in love, being with the person of your dreams. You shouldn't have to be scared of chasing that damn love. Marriage, relationship, friendship, mother and son, father and son, mother and daughter, no matter what relationship you're in, what type of relationship you're in. If your relationship don't ever go a day without fucking drama, you need to give me your damn number so I can figure out what the hell I'm doing wrong. Because I don't care. Relationships are going to have drama. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're 19, 20, 21, and you're with the person you're supposed to be with, okay, then trucking ain't going to be nothing but a thing. Anything and everything is going to test your relationship. Don't necessarily have to be trucking, but you shouldn't have to be scared about being in that relationship. You dig? So that's what it is. And like I did say, I did agree with TB when he said here and said, when you're out here to do a job, or even if you're working in a factory to do a job, you should be focused on that job at hand. I do agree with that part. But don't sit here and try to tell motherfuckers to be afraid of being in a relationship, to be afraid of trying to, you know, be with a woman that they like, or trying to tell a woman to be afraid of trying to be with a man that they like, because it can fuck up their life. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I disagree with it. You know what I'm saying? Because if I thought like him, I would never be where I'm at right now, because my wife is what put me right here. You know what I'm saying? My wife is what put me right here. Now, she didn't sign none of the deals that I signed. She never drove this truck, okay, but she tolerated my ass. She stuck on my side. She helped giving me advice when I was sitting here thinking a little too deep about something. Hey, and because of my wife, I got 2 businesses and I'm working on the 3rd one. I got a baby on the way. Money is not a problem. So why should I tell somebody that they should be scared about being in a relationship? Because it could hinder their life. It could slow them down. It could make them hover. No, I'm not. Why would you even tell people like that when there's people in your circle who is just like me, that's got a significant other and children, and their life is going up? You know what I'm saying? If that was so true, then why is LaShawn basically the wheelman to the whole YMG movement, the whole YMG trucking fleet now? You know what I'm saying? If that was so true, then why is SoCal under his own authority, doing his own thing? So obviously, there's something fucked up about that opinion. You know what I'm saying? There's something that's fucked up about that advice. In other words, he got his eyes hemmed up. Like you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? If you're with the right person, be with that person. You shouldn't have to be afraid. You know what I'm saying? Here's the only thing I'm afraid of. The only thing I'm afraid of is leaving my house. Not because I'm afraid of what my wife may do. I'm just afraid that I might not make it back home. That's the only thing I'm afraid of. Other than that, I got a solid foundation with my wife. And I've had a solid foundation with my wife from the moment I met my wife. And if I was afraid to build a future with my wife because what it might done to me in my career. And again, when I met my wife, I probably had like not even a year on the road, still a company driver with my wife. You know what I'm saying? When I met my wife and I was afraid to build that life for her, I would not be where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? I would not. Dead serious. You know where I would be at if it wasn't for my wife? Real shit. This is real shit. And Sharid, if you still in here, you can comment. Tell them where I would be at if you would not step in my life. If you was not here in my life, where would I be right now? Comment. Just let everybody know if you're still here. You still there? You must not be watching no more. But here's the thing. If my wife was not in my life right now, I'd probably be said, yeah, locked up or dead. Y'all see it? Y'all see what she just said? Locked up or dead. If my wife was not in my life, I took that chance to be with the woman of my damn dreams. And now I'm at 2 businesses and counting with the best woman in the world. So why would I tell anybody to be afraid of something that can make them possibly better? You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, to Skimp D, shout out to you, man. You are, you know, look, to be honest, I don't know your background. I don't really know much about you, and I just heard about you today. You are right. And when I watched your video, you are right on how you broke it down. You know, you are right on how you broke it down. Word for word on how you broke it down. And believe it or not, the way you said it in your video, I don't think there's any better way to say it. You know, you guys, as a woman driver in this trucking field, y'all deal with a lot. Okay, so Peaches, understand what I'm about to say. I know your husband and wife are going to be teaming with Swift, but even when you're out here with your husband, make sure your husband, you know, around you all the time out here, because women get assaulted, get sexually harassed a lot here in trucking, and that's just the truth. When my wife is out here, my wife does not leave my sight at all. Like, you know, we go to the restroom together, we take a shower together, we do everything together. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. Because I don't want anything to happen to her. And out here in trucking, a lot of stuff can happen. So Peaches, make sure that you and your husband are just, you know, doing all of those things together to make sure you stay safe. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard of a man raping another man out here in the trucking community. But, I mean, I'm probably sure it happened. It's just not as often as what it happens to women. So, as women, Skimp is she's right. You know, y'all got to keep your guard up out here. You never know what another person be on. But also, to add to that, women get sexually harassed and assaulted anywhere. At a grocery store, at a mall, at anywhere. It could be at a factory job. It happens all the time. So women has to, every day, no matter where they're at, keep their guard up. Okay? And I suggest every woman to keep their guard up until you find that man that you feel is worth bringing your guard down for. But don't make that shit easy for him, because my wife did not make this shit easy for me. I've changed in a whole bunch of ways that I used to do. And again, Chuck Brown may not like what I said, because literally nobody should be afraid of being or pursuing a relationship with somebody that they're interested in. Nobody should be. Because that person that they're interested in, and they hit it off, hit it well, they could be sitting at a fortress bigger than mine, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And if people do not understand that, yeah, definitely be the eyes and ears. And then if you are a female solo driver, or even if you're a solo driver, depending on what company y'all going to as an owner operator, or not as an owner operator, but whatever company you're going to, check what their policies Okay, check with the pilots. One biggest thing I can definitely sit here and say is y'all need to keep that little stopper in your truck, okay? And that little stopper is anything from a pepper spray to a taser, or I got a little buddy with 16 friends in it. You know, keep one of them things in your truck, but check with your policy and make sure y'all got a concealed carry permit, okay? Registered in your state and where you're and registered in your state and where y'all live at. But understand, check with your company first, because not all companies allow y'all to keep them kind of things inside your truck too. That's another form of protection. You know, women definitely need to protect themselves anywhere. And if y'all can't hear me, I'm sorry. Regenning my truck is retarded. But yeah. So like I said, y'all seen it from my wife. Y'all know where I would have been without her. Okay? Y'all see where I'm at with her. You can't, it depends. As far as like, there's a difference between open carry and concealed carry. Open carry, you don't have to have a concealed carry permit. So therefore, where more states will not recognize the fact that you have a weapon inside your vehicle or on your person because it's an open carry type of weapon. But when you got a concealed carry, you enter into a whole different realm of laws. Okay, concealed carry, you okay, and again, as long as you have it registered in the state that you're from, have a concealed carry permit from the state that you're from, transporting it, you're allowed to transport your weapons. Okay, it's literally how you're allowed to do it. You have to look it up to get the word for word verbatim, but you are allowed to do it. And you can also do another thing. You can stop and ask a state trooper, stop into a weigh scale, but yes, you are allowed to transport your weapon inside your vehicle. Now, state laws differ where it says where your weapon is allowed to be stowed at and stuff like that, and how to be stowed. But if y'all follow my fundamental on this one, you will never know. If y'all are carrying a concealed weapon, then keep your damn mouth shut about it. You know, keep it in the same spot, leave it alone, don't pull it out unless you have to. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care if you're getting pulled over by the police, keep your damn mouth shut, especially if you're black. But yes, you are allowed to transport your weapon. All right, so whatever it is. But I don't care if y'all got pepper spray or freaking like some kind of, what do you call them, little shocking things, little tasers. You know, keep some kind of form of protection on you, especially with a dub, but whatever. But to stay off the radio, stuff like that, just you have to protect yourself. This is what it is. You have to protect yourself. And if you're out here with your husband or your boyfriend, make sure that they're out here, you know, helping you protect yourself at the same time and keeping you protected. That's what I do with my wife. Nothing more, nothing less. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get Trucker Brown's stance, you know, to avoid that drama. But if you're out here anyway and you're doing your job, you are avoiding the drama. Okay? If you're out here anyway and you're doing what you're supposed to do, you wouldn't be in no drama, male or female. You know, that's why they call it staying in your truck. Staying in your truck. I worry about my business when I'm out here. I talk to my wife all damn day when I'm out here. I'm actually supposed to be in bed right now. I'm surprised she ain't calling me trying to kick my ass. But I just was laying down and I seen that video and I'm just like, hell no. You know, but that's just the thing. That's just the thing. You're going to have people out here that's going to do what they want to do instead of doing what they're supposed to do. And all because people doing what they want to do, that's not going to scare me from doing and pursuing what I want to pursue, whether that's a relationship, a job, or whatever it is. You understand what I'm saying? So I stand by what the hell I say. He might take it the wrong way. I don't really give a shit. But you shouldn't tell people to be afraid of trying to look for that relationship that's going to build them up. It's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? You should never be afraid to get married at all. You should never be afraid to get married. Because here's why. When you're getting married, you should know before you get married whether or not that person is for you or not. And one thing I can say is when I said I do to my wife, I've never had to second guess it at all. You know what I'm saying? We've had our ups and downs, we had our differences, but I have never had to second guess whether or not I want to be married to her. So every day I want to be married to her. Even if I ain't liking her, I still want to be married to her because she makes me better. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all ain't saying that about each other before y'all married, y'all shouldn't get married. Y'all shouldn't be in a relationship, regardless. So, trying to tell people not to pursue a relationship or not to inquire how females doing or whatever to get into that kind of mess. Okay, that's not right. Especially when everybody on your team is married, my nigga. Like that's how I feel. Everybody on your team is married. So y'all can feel however y'all want to feel about it. Y'all can feel like I'm sending this nigga a shot. I don't give a fuck. Like, nah, you should not give people advice when everyone around you, except for you, is motherfucking married and making this shit work for him. Marriage and trucking can work. Relationships and trucking can work. And again, like I said, my wife is at home. I'm here. We trust each other. We love each other. And it is what it is. So, like I said, trucker bro, take it how you want to take it, my nigga. It is what it is, though, man. So who else we got in here? We got Kid 100. What's happening? Trucking with Sean and Sub. I think y'all subscribed to me. What's happening to y'all too, man? I think I seen y'all around. I don't know yet. Alright. You already answered that question. My wife said it right. Yeah. So got that's everybody else is in, man. Well, anyway, this is what I'm doing right now, everybody. I'm up here in Livonia, Michigan. I'm picking up another Amazon load. I started a new lane, so to be honest, that's the whole reason why I ain't put out a video like that since last week. I started a new lane. I pick up at 2 in the morning Eastern time, and then I gotta take it all the way out to Pittsburgh, and I just do the same stuff every day. Every day. You know what I'm saying? 72 gross, 32 bring home. It's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But it's really busy. It's really busy. So yeah. So it's not too shabby. So it's not whatever. So it's just been keeping me busy. Yeah, I appreciate that. Keeping it 100 says you and wifey keep letting it be known that couples can't be happy in trucking. Beauty and the Beast are doing their thing too. There's another couple. Yeah. You know, you can make trucking work for you being in a relationship. Now, like I said, it's trucking is not a job. It was never meant to be. Trucking is not a career. It was never meant to be. Trucking is a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's a lifestyle. If I wanted a career, I'd be home every night. If I wanted a job, I'd be home every night. This is my life. This is what I wake up and do, go to bed and do. You understand? This is my life. I wake up for this shit. And if I'm not in my truck, if I'm not in my truck, if I'm not around my truck, if I ain't talking about trucks, then I'm off. Trucking is a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Because we dedicate too much of our time out inside of a damn truck to call it a career, to call it a job. Trucking is a lifestyle. There's not a lot of people that can do what we do, but we do it, and we do it well. And for our families and our spouses and our children that support us while we do what we do, it just makes it that much more better. You understand what I'm saying? It's like they said in the military, being in the army, they always told me the army is not a job, it's not a career. They always sit here and say army is the way of life. That's the same thing out here in trucking. And if you understand that, trucking becomes a lot easier. You understand what I'm saying? Trucking becomes a lot easier. So anybody got any questions or anything? All right, now it'll be your chance to ask me. I appreciate that, keeping it 100. Sure, it says true and hey. Anybody got any questions they want to ask? That shit keep going down the wrong pipe. So ain't nobody got no questions. Ain't nobody got nothing to ask, nothing like that. Everybody cool? Oh, character is coming back. I got the wig, I think. Yeah, got the wig. Got the wig right here. But the character is actually coming back next Friday. I'm actually going to do... Oh, so you going to be Martha? I'm going to be Uncle Roy and Martha. I don't know. I'm going to do it is Monday. I'm going to drop a video talking about how the... Like what you mean? What you got to let me know what you mean by character challenge. Like what you want to talk about. How you want to do it. You know, I show out now. But anyway, on Monday, I'm going to be dropping a video talking about the economy and how it affects trucking. Alright, so some trucking industry's dirty little secrets to help you guys stay on top of your game inside of this trucking as an owner-operator. I already beat you with the cane. I got a cane in the back for real. And I got, I still got my glasses. But on Friday, also, I'm going to come out with another vlog that I actually need to start. Or this Friday, I'm coming out with my vlog that was supposed to have been out last week. And then the Friday after that, it's going to be a start of Trucking Truth Vlogs episode 9. So, kind of a little bit behind, but it's because I started a new lane. But everything going to go back to normal. I just had to get used to this real quick because it's different. Okay, it's really, really fast. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So, economy on Monday. Then you got episode 8 with Trucking Truth. It's not going to have Uncle Roy on that one. And then Monday after that, I haven't figured out what I was going to do on the Monday. It depends on what y'all want me to talk about after the economy. So, like, if y'all owner-operators or even, like, want to become owner-operators, if there's some topics or anything y'all want me to talk about, if y'all could definitely comment it right now and, kind of give my insight or what I think about it, or tell y'all, the best way to go around it. I don't care what it's about, cost of operation, whatever. Let me know and I'll put a video out. Or y'all can email me. My email is asfx15@gmail.com. It'll also be in my description box below. But yeah, Uncle Roy is gonna come back. Uncle Roy gonna come back. Like, what do you want to know about freight lanes? Like how it works, or like how is the money decided? How to choose the right lane for you? Like what do you want to know? Or like basically just a general, summary of freight lanes? That's a good question. Well, I tell you right now, you live in the East Coast. I see you over there in the Baltimore area. So I can give you right now, anything East Coast, and my personal experience is to stay out of it. But if you're going to run the East Coast, stay in the East Coast for the whole week. You'll make money and then some if you stay inside of the New England states for the whole week. Other than that, as far as, yeah, it does. I know. I don't like going there. It also depends on it definitely depends on what type of equipment you're pulling. If you're pulling a reefer, I don't really know much about reefer lanes like that. I'm not really I'm not really familiar with reefer. I've never pulled a reefer, because I don't really know much about the lands. I do know they're seasonal. Reefer is very, very, very seasonal as far as market shares, depending on where you're at and where you're trying to go and the things you're trying to do. And on a commodity, like you might have produce that's hot during a certain part of the season, then you might have meat that is hot during another part of the season. Like Christmas time, y'all must have yeah, a lot. It is a lot. Not saying you can't do it, but it's a lot. Depending on what if you do fucking flatbedding over there at Prime, you're gonna work your ass off. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because every load you pick up at Prime, you're gonna have to tarp. Any mega carrier, most likely every load y'all pick up, y'all gonna have to tarp. Every load, you know, and all of that. Strap got ridiculous amount of weight and stuff like that. So, but overall, flatbedding is a lot harder than pretty much anything out there, as far as I know. I mean, just in my opinion, you know. I mean, but also there's all kinds of different things. Flatbedding is because you got to deal with straps, you got to deal with chains, you got to deal with tarps, and it's not necessarily strapping the stuff down or chaining it. It's really the hard part. The hard part is carrying those tarps. You know, 8 feet tarps can, you know, nah, I ain't gonna say all of that. I'm fat right now, but it helps. It definitely helps. I'm fat right now. I don't keep you in shape. But dealing with flatbedding it's a lot more outside work, and it takes a little bit more time to do than what it would be, you know, trying to back your trailer up to a door to get loaded. How I do it is I drop my flatbed in the winter time, and like right now I'm pushing a dry box, so that way I ain't gotta be out here in the cold trying to strap, chain, and tarp and all of that. Because my rookie days is over. I do what I want to do instead of doing it how everybody wants me to do it. So I'm gonna, this summer when I pick up my flatbed and get back to rolling with the flatbed, I'm actually gonna do a lot more with showing y'all about like running with specialized freight and running with stuff like that, because that's basically what I do. I do a lot of specialized in the flatbed, a lot of coils, and I'm getting ready to get back into the over-dimensional loads, heavy hauling, big shit. So I'm getting ready to get my truck outfitted for that. So yeah, so I'm gonna show y'all the difference in it. And sometimes, but the thing about flatbedding is, if you guys like puzzles, if you guys like challenges, flatbedding is the best place to be, because you can get 2 identical loads, but it would be completely different. It would be completely different on how you got to set up for it. It would be completely different on how you got to work it to secure it, and everything is basically like a puzzle. That's why I like flatbedding so much. Other than that, it does, like you say, it does keep me like physically active instead of sitting in this big ass chair all day, just gaining weight and drinking pop. A lot of people will say that flatbedding is intimidating. I know a lot of people will say that, but that's the thing. If it's not really as intimidating as what you think. Hold on. Let me say it like this. Inside your reefer, inside my my dry box, you can get a load. Like today, I got a load today in Cleveland, Ohio, to run up to Livonia this morning. All right, so well, yeah, but that's anything you do. It's anything you do. Even in a dry box, you know, even in a reefer. I don't know. I know in some reefers you guys got a lot of hanging food that y'all transport. Hanging food. Tankers. A lot of people in these tankers moving around with the liquid and stuff, and it's got a lot of that moving freight, that moving water. Makes driving a lot harder. To me, I think driving a tanker is more intimidating than a flatbed, just because you can't really be as complacent as what you could be with a dry box or a reefer or a flatbed. Now, here's the thing: flatbedding is not really as intimidating as it seems. Where flatbed gets hard is mainly because of the amount of work that get into it. There's a lot of people that get into it, into the flatbed, thinking that they know everything, and then they find out how back breaking that a flatbed could be, and it will kick them out. So my suggestion to you is, if you was to come in the flatbedding, come in the flatbedding with an open mind and a willingness to work. Okay? Securing stuff, at first, like, you kind of get nervous about how you secure and don't secure stuff because of that risk. Okay? The more and more you get loaded and unloaded, the more and more you work with your flatbed, the more and more you're going to become confident in yourself that, you know, you can get loaded and you can secure a load. And not saying you ain't got to worry about, you know, something actually happening, but you really, you trust your work, and you ain't gotta worry about the fact that it's going to happen on your watch. So, and that's the same thing with me. I'm afraid of coils, especially them suicide 40,000-pound coils. I'm afraid of those. Okay, because if you don't put enough chains on them and one of them chains snap, or you take a turn too hard, not because the coil can sit here and literally come through my truck and kill me. I ain't worried about that. I'm worried about just flipping the over. You know what I'm saying? But, and that's the thing, because I know that the way I secure the coil down to my flatbed, that if my coil decides to tip or go forward, it's taking my trailer and truck with it. That's how safe I know that. That's how secure my stuff is to my trailer. That's how much I trust my stuff. But once you get into flatbedding, like I said, it's just like once you started out driving. The more you do it, the more comfortable you will be with it. If that makes sense. If that makes sense at all. The more you do it, the more comfortable you will be with it. I'm definitely comfortable in the way I secure stuff. I'm definitely comfortable in the way I tarp things. You know, on a flatbed, I've only been late once, and I've only had one freight claim. Okay, and that freight claim wasn't even my fault. They said I didn't tarp it, but I tarped it, and it just put bad product on my bed. But again, it's really not as bad as what you think it is. It's really not. So as far as that being said, I am getting ready to get off here so I can try to get another 2 hours of sleep. Okay, because I was supposed to go to sleep in a little bit. But if you're interested in doing some flatbedding, I know you got a year in the game and stuff. If you're interested in doing some flatbed and you ever need some pointers, definitely, you know, shoot me an email or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'll definitely respond to it. But flatbedding is not as bad as what some people may get out to be. It's more so starting out. That's all I can really say and say. It's more so starting out and flatbedding, securing some stuff. Now, every now and then you might get a weird load that you might just look at it and like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? You know, but in all honesty, I've hauled different loads. Some loads that was basically a whole bunch of miscellaneous stuff. You know, some of them that you think or thought that, you know, maybe some of the product is going to cut some of your straps or whatnot. I've literally, I've never really had a problem with anything. It's really not as bad as what people think. But I will say this: if you ain't in the flatbed world just because of the, you know, the freight, and here's the best part about flatbed. You know, in a dry box as well. I'm gonna give you this tip: in a dry box or in a reefer or anything that's enclosed, like what I got on me right now, you don't really get to sit here and say how you want to be loaded. Okay? You don't really get to tell the forklift driver where to place that load at on your trailer with an enclosed trailer. Okay? On a flatbed, oh yeah. Oh yeah. You get to tell them exactly how you want your load put on your deck. And then and then once they put it on your deck, you're pretty much in more control of what it is. And because it's also a split axle instead of a together tandem like on a dry box or in most reefers, because it's a spread axle or spread tandem, it's a lot smoother ride. It's hard on your tires, but the ride is a heck of a lot comfortable. But not one time has my wife heard me complain about my back hurting ever since I got into flatbed. So now, because I got the dry box back on, it's like every other day she hears me complaining about my back. So anyway, I'm getting ready to get off here because I got like another 2 miles before I got to pick up or do a dropping hook, and then drive all the way to Pittsburgh and back. Oh yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, because it's spaced out. It's spaced out, and the airbags are bigger. The airbags on the tandems on your split axles, they're about a few inches bigger. That's why the floor of a flatbed and most flatbeds sit higher than a dry van. Okay, they're bigger, and they're also designed to hold on more weight. On each axle, like you're allowed to have 34,000 pounds on your axles on your trailer right now. I'm allowed to have 6,000 more pounds on my flatbed on the rear axles. You know, so technically I'm allowed having 40,000 combined back there, no more than 20,000 a piece. But it rides a heck of a lot better, and I think the reason why it does that is not only because it's bigger airbags, it's because it's like the weight is better distributed throughout the entire ride, if that makes any sense. And then again, it's also about load placement and how you place your load and stuff like that as well. You know, how you set up and how you place it to give you that more of a better ride. Yeah, but I haven't had no problems. So, but anyway, I don't care if y'all heard it over there. I don't care if y'all heard it over there. Because over here, I'm only give y'all the mother trucking truth. Nothing more, nothing less. You know what I'm saying? So, if you decide you want to come over to the flatbed side and stuff, hey, shoot me an email. I am hiring drivers, flatbed as well as dry box positions, starting out at 48 cents a mile, $10.99. After 98 or 90 days, you get a 2-cent raise. Interested in being an owner-operator. I don't have owner-operator program, but anybody that I can help put them on a path to become a successful owner-operator and a successful owner-operator out here. You know what I'm saying? So, if you are interested in a new job or anything, send me an email, asfx15@gmail.com. Let me know. So anyway, sorry for getting that truck around. I normally don't do that on this channel. I just took offense to a little bit of what you said, and like I said earlier, if you got something to say about it, say it. You know, you can make a response video, but this is all I'm saying to it. Other than that, you got a problem, again, y'all heard my email. Email me, we can talk about it, or you can catch me somewhere. I really don't care, man. But I just didn't appreciate, you know, you basically trying to tell everybody to be afraid when there's a lot of people, not just myself, but a lot of people in your own circle who's made it work. You know what I'm saying? That's made it work being in a relationship. So, and trying to tell us that marriage is not really what we think it is. You understand what I'm saying? Not every marriage is perfect. Not every marriage can last. But marriage is marriage, man. And don't be afraid. No one should be afraid of finding love. Nobody. So that was the whole point of this video. And to all the women out there that is in the trucking community, I salute y'all. Y'all are some of the most bravest people I met that come out here doing y'all's thing and putting up with half the bullshit that y'all gotta put up with in this trucking community. Alright, so as far as that goes, I salute y'all and I appreciate y'all, being a part of the trucking community and showing us how it's done. But I gotta get ready to get out of here. Baby, Sharia, I love you. Hold it down. And if y'all haven't done so, go check her out on Sharia's World. I'm telling y'all would regret if y'all didn't. I'm trying to tell you. Her channel is fire. I like it. Okay? So definitely go over there and check out. I'm gonna catch y'all on the other side. I gotta go to bed.